A little bit of crazy ideas and a little bit of focused strategy. Emotional, rational, traditional. The world of advertising is so vast. Let's catch up with Vigyap Podcast. Season 1, The Emotional Impact of Advertisements.
Hey everyone, this is Trisha.
And this is Siddhi.
And before we begin with the third episode of the Vigyap Podcast, we just want to give you a small sneak peek of what's in store for you.
This time you will it'll not be just us talking and sharing our opinion, but you'll be witnessing an interactive panel discussion where they'll be talking about advertising.
We have people from across generations, across backgrounds, analyzing the advertisements of their time and the current advertisements as well. And it's a really special episode for us because we had so many interesting people share their perspective and we got so much new insight into the world of advertising.
So I think we should stop talking here and start talking there. Hello and welcome to the Vigyap series. This is the third episode of season 1, The Emotional Impact of Advertisements. This episode is a special one for a couple of reasons. Firstly, this is our first podcast in the series. And secondly, this episode is not about us informing you about emotional ads, but we have some amazing people on our panel today.
In this one, we will not be giving you guys any gyan, but rather we'll be discussing and understanding emotional ads, especially across generations. Before moving ahead with today's episode as we discuss emotional ads, I would request all of our guests on today's panel to please introduce themselves. Mr. Arora, if you could start, please.
Hi, this is Pankaj Arora. I am a CA and I am working as an executive director in a company in Nigeria.
Ms. Deshpande.
Hi, I'm Devika. I'm a third year liberal arts student from Pune University, specializing in economics. I do have some background in advertising.
Ms. Salvin.
Hi, this is Princey Salvin Xavier. I'm an ex-Axis Bank employee. I've got total 14 years of experience and currently I'm pursuing my master's in data science from Chandigarh University.
Ms. Anjaria.
Hi, I'm Nancy Wilson. Currently, I'm pursuing my master's in innovative education and teaching from EIU Paris. I was an educator for last 10 years in Indian language school in Nigeria, Lagos. That's it.
Ms. Ghate.
Hello, my name is Trisha. I'm a civil service aspirant and currently pursuing a diploma in labor law and labor welfare from ILS College, Pune.
Ms. Deshpande.
Hello everyone, my name is Isha. I am currently a third year engineering student from Cummins College of Engineering.
Mr. Mishra.
Hello, my name is Rishabh Mishra and I'm a first year undergrad at IIT Kharagpur studying chemical engineering.
All right. And lastly, Ms. Arora.
Yeah, sure. Hello, everyone. I'm Dolly Arora. I'm a microbiologist. At present, I'm teaching at a school in Nigeria. Thank you.
Thank you so much, everyone, for that very crisp introduction. We're extremely glad to have you on today's panel as we discuss advertisements. Now, let us begin with some food for thought. We have a few questions for all of you. So let's get started with those.
So the first question that we have is a very generic question. You don't need to do a lot of thinking for this one. So, when you watch ads on TV or say on YouTube, what is that one element that stays with you? Is it the story in the ad? Is it the character playing, or is it the actor in the ad, or the tagline? Which particular element stays with you after you watch the ad?
For me, it's generally the music that plays in the background, so jingle.
The jingle in the ad, same year.
Yes, even I agree with the jingle in the ads because that stays in your mind.
The jingle and the punchline of the ad.
The acting for me, the subtlety in the acting and the punchline.
The message given by the ad, sometimes it touches your heart or something, so it stays with you.
Yeah, even for me, it's the message, the story that is acting like the baseline for the ad.
Trishali, you're on mute.
I would say the same, the jingle and the characters.
Since we had quite a few people saying jingle, can I know which one is a common, favorite jingle that you guys have?
Yeah, during my times, I think it was Vico Turmeric, Nahi Cosmetic. I think
Washing,
everybody remembers that ad.
washing powder Nirma.
Wow.
Yeah, that.
You can have the
I
Amul
relate
ad
with
as
Bacha and
Taste of
Salad.
India.
These are all very iconic ads, and it's really good to see you guys remember the jingle, because I'm sure the person who wrote the jingle back then is really happy right now. But yes, moving on to our second question. When I tell you emotional advertising, the phrase emotional advertising, what is the first emotion that comes in your head when I tell emotional?
Something which brings a smile to your face, something which you really connect in real life with the ad.
Whether
Sorry.
it's a sad, it's a memory, it's a feel what the ad gives.
Yeah, some
Relations,
sort of
relationship.
Yeah, Rishabh, you can go ahead.
uh, some sort of warm fuzzy feeling like contentment or satisfaction.
Devika, Trushali, Isha, any one of you would like to?
For me, it's usually if I want to buy the product or not after watching the ad.
I think with emotion, I can only relate with things like food and stuff like that. Those ads are very memorable for me.
Isha, would you like to say anything?
All right, thank you. That's a very vast range of emotions.
I would have actually gone with what Devika said, like if it makes me buy the product or not. That's the one that hits me the most.
Yeah, when I said emotional, I thought people are going to talk about sorrow, sadness, and things like that. But it's good to see people are happy and lively, fresh responses. So yeah, moving on, Trisha.
Yeah, yeah. Very, very vast range of emotions. Um, so what, according to you, do you remember an ad that is iconic from your time, or something that you remember that became like a popular pop culture reference, or everyone was talking about that ad and still continues to do so? So are there any such really, really memorable ads from your time?
I think Hamara Bajaj, the scooter. I think everybody still remembers that ad because the other two-wheeler ads, they used to talk about speed and mileage and everything, but this Hamara Bajaj had those lines, those taglines. We use it every day, so I feel Hamara Bajaj.
That is a very good ad. That's a very, very memorable ad.
The
I would say a
Cadbury ad
couple of.
comes to mind, yes. When you say iconic, that's the one comes to mind first. But I was also thinking that at that time we were not too much actors and actresses. We were not able to watch them easily. So when they used to come in an ad, that was an added attraction. If Shah Rukh Khan or Rani Mukherjee and all comes to an ad, so we used to wait for such an ad to see them because they were not easily approachable, or we couldn't see them so easily. So many all those what do you say nowadays, YouTube and all that, that was not there. So like TV was the only way to watch them. So that I would remember.
couple of advertisements at those times, basically like you would say the Amul, the taste of India, which brings the oneness, and then you would say the ad of Fevicol, which is creating the bond, which shows you that the bonding is forever. And then, like what one of them said is on the Bajaj. Bajaj was a very first one of the ads of its own type, and then when it came on to the advertisement for the two wheelers and everything, you remember the Hero Honda ad, which basically had the tagline of "Fill it, shut it, and forget it." So that was basically that went a long way, and that was even showed that the dependingness on the brand was there.
For me, I haven't lived that long, but one of the most popular ads for me was the "For Kya Chal Raha Hai" part, because it got really famous and every generation knew about it.
For me, it was the Indira Nagar Ka Gunda Hu Main, the cred ad. That was the one that like still stood out for me. I think it was amusing to shoot such an ad. I think that is what has still kept it in my mind. Someone standing outside the car with a bat yelling at everyone. It was quite funny, yeah.
For me, it was Cadbury Dairy Milk Kuch Meeta Ho Jaye. It was, for every festival, for every occasion, you had to, that uh, the tagline basically, ki Kuch Meeta Ho Jaye, was so embedded that you want to go and buy Cadbury.
For me, there are two, three ads I could relate to. Bonvita, Complan, Boost. These all things were like in trend when I was in school. And Boost is the secret of my energy. Or that Complan ad where it got related to your height, very choti hai, ye sab. So yeah, even ads like Rasna and all, like if you remember that ad, that there is this picture of the sun and the straw, it's taking out all that energy. And like when you feel Rasna, so summers is equal to Rasna. This was the uh, parameter there. So, yeah.
Yeah, I think Rasna sort of managed to do this Bhavishyavani because it's actually so hot outside. It actually feels like the sun is, with a straw pulling all energy. But it's so nice to see a brand like Cadbury was mentioned by people from two generations in two different ads. The one that released back in 90s and the one which released later, Kuch Meetha Ho Jaye. It's really nice to see how the brand has targeted people from different age groups through different ads that it has released over the years.
Also with Amul, it's the same. I feel the products might change, but the brand it's the same. Like even we still remember Amul milk, to Amul doodh pita hai India. That's what everybody remembers. Taste my best. And Amul butter. The product differs, but
Even the
the
hoardings of
brand.
Amul used to always connect with the real life situation and make different ads. Always take the latest topic. The hoardings used to mostly show those,
With the
whatever
Amul girl
latest
and
topic.
the
Yes, and the latest it will connect with what is a current topic they used to take, and then they used to make something different with it.
they also came in the newspaper in that one corner.
They make sure that
Yes.
Yeah.
presence is everywhere, even in the print industry. So, yeah, whatever any of the facts or any information or something they want to speak, they will speak through that cartoon. That's great.
Right. So now we have a small activity of sorts. So we'll now be showing some of the most well-known emotional ads from different eras, and we'll be discussing our thoughts, each of our thoughts attached with it. So we've collected a small list, and we'll be showing them on screen. And let's see if the Gen Z is aware of ads that released in the 80s or not. Or on the other side, let's see if the Gen X knows the recent ads and what is their perception of them. And yeah, let's find out who's actually in an advantage here. So, Trisha, would you like to start?
आस है हम सभी में, कुछ बात है हम सभी में, बात है खास है, कुछ स्वाद है, क्या स्वाद है जिंदगी में।
कैडबरीज डेयरी मिल्क, असली स्वाद जिंदगी का।
So yeah, I think we just discussed this ad a few minutes ago. But I wanted to know from the entire panel that why do you think that this ad is so iconic, or why has it, stayed in our memory till now? What makes this ad so memorable?
The dance of that lady. She's dancing amazingly.
And we can relate to her.
The
I mean,
ad
she's
brings
so
a smile
happy
to your
and she's so
face.
crazy about it, and she just jumps out of the place, and she has, everything is really like fun. So it stays in your mind.
The way she's expressing herself, maybe that thing connects.
Yeah, definitely. Is there anything else that you like from the ad? Risha, Bisha, Devika? The more younger generation, is there anything?
I think the dance is the only thing. Like I saw the ad for the first time, so I was like,
Yeah,
"What's wrong
me
with this lady?" And I also didn't like her shoes, so I was like, "Okay, maybe fashion sense." So, yeah, I mean,
It's like when you
really
see
no opinions on that ad. It was I probably, if I would see it right now, I would have a lot of comments on it. But I think back then it was a valiant effort.
Yeah, but when you see the ad, I mean, you can actually get a smile on your face. It gives you a smile when you see the ad.
Yeah.
Yeah. For everyone who saw the ad when they were much younger, did such a thing happen where the ad changed the minds of the people, or changed how people were looking at women, or something of that sort? Did anything like that happen? Do you remember?
Like Isha mentioned, they really like the shoes. So back then, did her clothes, or just being this forward, because this ad was released in the 90s, when a girl eating dairy milk and then walking into the field and then dancing like that was an unusual thing to take place. So did it bring any change?
No, I don't think so. I don't think so.
I think it was a beginning to a new perception.
Right.
So I didn't hear anything negative about this ad. Everybody took it very positively, I feel.
If I may ask, did everyone start talking about it? And did it become like have you seen this ad? Did it become one of those ads?
Yeah, it was like that. Yes, it was like that. Everybody was discussing about this ad, but positively, I feel.
Okay, that's good then. I think
Yeah.
hopefully the agency that created the ad is extremely happy then. And
In fact, they came up with a recreation of this exact ad. I think Isha, Risha would have probably seen this one where they've swapped the roles, and this time it's a girl playing cricket, and the boy who's eating a Cadbury Dairy Milk, he runs into the field. So they've actually swapped the whole thing, and we've dissected the two ads and compared them and spoken about them in our first episode as well of the Vigyap series. So if you guys want, you can listen to that also. And yeah, it's good to know that people from different generations have such nice opinions about this ad.
all right, we'll move to the next ad now. Let me know if you can hear the audio.
अरे बबलू, यहाँ क्या कर रहे हो?
सब गुस्सा करते हैं, मैं घर छोड़ के जा रहा हूँ।
मगर घर में तो मम्मी ने गर्मा गर्म जलेबियाँ बनाई है।
जलेबी
तो क्या तय किया आपने?
जाना तो है मगर
हाँ मगर 20-25 साल बाद
अनोखी शुद्धता, अनोखा असर, धारा.
So, how many people in today's panel recognize this ad?
Yes, we do.
Very much. It's very fresh in the memory.
Yeah. What about Rishabh, Trishali, Isha, Devika? Have you guys watched this ad?
No, I came across it first time.
No? Okay.
No.
All right. But looking at this ad, what's the one word or the one emotion or the one association that you make once you see the ad? What do you think of? The first thing that you think of?
I think the child's innocence really comes out in this. And
Yeah.
And the
I got
mother's
it. The
love.
Family Guy. Sorry, go ahead.
I was just saying that the mother's love also comes out pretty much.
Yes, Isha, you were saying something.
Yeah, so the general very Family Guy, happy, lucky vibe was there. So probably they wanted to associate that with the brand, that any family can get that kind of happiness if they start using their. I think it was an oil or a ghee ad.
Yes.
Quite successful, I'd say.
And for those of you who remember this ad, how did you feel watching it again, or do you remember the kind of response that this ad generated back then?
During those times, it basically is the family value and the bonding and the trust, what it comes out.
Yeah. So actually, with this ad, what's interesting is the ad was made when Dhara, the oil brand, was losing a large chunk of their sales, and they needed some kind of communication to rebrand themselves and have a new image. That's when they came up with this ad. And if everybody recognizes the little boy from Kuch Kuch Hota Hai, and even today, that's how he's known. He's known as the Jalebi Boy. That's his claim to fame. So it was a very, very popular ad, and as everyone has been saying, it's been associated with family values, mother's love, mother's food, and how Dhara helps you get that.
Wow, that was a lot, isn't it, Trisha?
Yeah, it was a lot to take in.
So, because the discussion was so engaging and so interesting, and that was a lot of talking that was happening, we decided to split it into 2 episodes.
Yes, so we hope you really enjoyed this episode, and we hope you join us for the second part of the third episode, which we'll be posting on our channel soon. So please do tune in.